resources to God. This song is titled, I Surrender All. A lady was driving down the road. She was late, had to get somewhere. And there was a vehicle in front of her that was going too slow. So she tried to overtake and pass a couple of times, but wasn't successful. Until finally they came up to an intersection with a light. And she thought, this is my big chance. I'm going to pass on the right, go over to the left side, and keep on going. As they approached the intersection, the light turned yellow. She hit the gas, but the car in front of her hit the brake. And so she had to just slam on her brake to avoid a collision. She came within just a few centimeters of rear-ending that vehicle. When her car finally stopped, she was upset. She began to yell, scream, and cuss at the driver in front of her. And her tirade was interrupted when somebody knocked at the window of her driver's door. She looked. There was a police officer standing there. He asked her to get out of the car and proceeded to arrest her and take her to the station. She spent a couple hours waiting in a holding cell till finally She was called out, brought out. She sat on a chair next to the desk of this officer. He began to fumble with the keys as he gave them back to her and said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. Here are your keys. You're free to leave. There's been a terrible mistake." And she said, "What do you mean there's been a terrible mistake?" He said, "Well, you didn't know this, but I was right behind you. And I watched as you tried to pass on the left and pass on the right, going too fast, very impatient. And then you came up to the light and you thought this was your big chance. But the driver in front of you correctly slowed down and stopped, but you wanted to keep going and you almost caused an accident. And then I saw how you were so upset and angry and the things that you were saying. And then I noticed the rear of your vehicle, a bumper sticker that said, 'What would Jesus do?' And then I saw on the other side another bumper sticker that said, 'Follow me to church.' And as I'm watching all this, and I'm looking at these bumper stickers, I thought to myself, surely that lady must have stolen that car." You see, being kind and sweet and nice is not just something we do when we come to church. God wants us to be good witnesses wherever we go, whatever we do. And the only way that we can accomplish that, my brothers and sisters, is by keeping our eye fixed on Jesus. If we look at people, preachers, pastors, evangelists, we will invariably be disappointed because they're humans. But if we look to Jesus, He will never disappoint us or let us down. Because as this hymn says, the church has one foundation.